our YNP newsletter. So I'm gonna kind of get started and welcome everybody in today. If you just joined, if this is your first YNP session, welcome. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here. Usually leave a couple of minutes at the beginning for people to kind of roll in, but feel free, add your link to your URL for your LinkedIn. That way people have the opportunity to kind of network and connect. All of that will be in the recording. And normally I will email that out the day after the event, but since I'm still on vacation until the very end of day Thursday, this email will come out on Friday. So any resources and the recording and everything that's going to go out, it's going to go out later this week. And if you're drinking a delicious beverage, please add that to the chat. Whatever that is, whatever it is, whatever you enjoy, please add that to the chat. I'm curious what everybody likes to have here. So I've got a nice Cape Cod beer because that's where I am right now. So, but I'm gonna kind of get started with some opening things that we have going on here at CNM. So if you have never joined our YNP group, it stands for the Young Nonprofit Professionals. Typically, we are a monthly networking group. You don't have to be a CNM member to join. It's for anybody who's working in the nonprofit sector to share resources, camaraderie. We have a group on Facebook, we have a group on LinkedIn, but just a really nice, great support network for us to share and network with each other and enjoy the time that we have and share jobs, resources, events. All of that is a great opportunity to kind of get started. Our website, if you need to check it out, see what we have, it's www.cnm.org, and you can see all of the events that we have going on, everything that's kind of coming up on our radar and our calendar. Speaking of events, we do have some really good workshops coming up that I wanted to kind of draw your mind to. If you consider yourself a leader of color, tomorrow we are having an announcement for our Sam Howard Empowerment Fund scholarship for leaders of color, and that can get you up to $500 scholarship towards CNM workshops, networking, and professional coaching. So the kickoff is going to be tomorrow afternoon at 10:30. Please come, join, learn more about the scholarship, how you can apply, and then hopefully you'll apply and take advantage of it to use towards CNM workshops. On the 30th, we have Foundations of Evaluation with Amy Campbell from Elevate Consulting. A fantastic workshop, learning on, how we can do more evaluation ethically. Coming up at the beginning of next month, we have Introduction to Collective Impact, which is one of our DEI workshops. It's a discounted price, so it's $45 for the full day workshop. And then next month, at the beginning of the month, July 12th, we're going to have our member orientation. So if you're a CNM member and you want to have some more information on how to utilize your membership and how to really kind of take advantage of everything we have at CNM, it's a great opportunity to kind of get started with that. So any questions that you have on CNM events, feel free to email me. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Catherine Swanton. If we have not met before, I love YNP group. I love being a part of this. So definitely shoot me an email. I'll put my contact information in the chat when I'm done. And let me know what you guys want to see for YNP. So kicking it off, leading it into kind of today's topic. And I was telling Mary earlier that this is a very special topic for me. It's something that I feel like I owe my livelihood to. So when I first started at CNM, I was looking for a marketing role in the nonprofit sector, and I volunteered with Han. I looked at their website and I volunteered with Han directly, did some of their social media, built up a really great portfolio that I could then present to CNM and be hired on as, at the time, the manager of marketing and special events. So I definitely know firsthand how this topic can benefit you and, help grow your skill set and your opportunities that can kind of lead you to some promotion. So if you have questions, this is a great opportunity, and it's a great way to kind of learn a little bit more about how to grow your skill and grow promotion. So to turn it over, I'm proud to introduce Mary Wessel, who is the Corporate and Community Engagement Manager at Hands On Nashville. She leads Hans fundraising and supports corporations and communities' volunteer efforts. Prior to Hands On Nashville, she worked with hospitals and health systems, doing healthcare communications, and I now know that's PR, and I definitely need to work on my PR skills. So if I were to volunteer in anything right now, it probably would be public relations, because that's the biggest opportunity I have to grow my skill set. But it paved her way, and I'll let her tell her a little bit more about a story on how volunteering kind of got her into her role in Hands On Nashville. But she's also on the board for STARS, which is a Nashville nonprofit that provides school and community-based mental health services. So on to that, I will turn it over to Mary. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Catherine. And it's so nice to be with you all to talk about our favorite topic at Hands On Nashville, which is volunteering, but also one of my favorite topics about career development and how to weave volunteering into growing your career. And so I'm going to share my screen real quick. And hopefully it will work. I did not update my Zoom, so I'm using the online version, which is kind of rare for me. So just bear with me real quick.
Somehow you got muted, Mary. See if I go ahead and talk, Mary. Let's see if we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it has to do something with sharing my screen through the online version. Okay, we'll try this one more time, and if not, we will not use the slideshow.
I'm happy. If you want to email it to me, I'm happy to share the slides on your behalf too. So.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yep. And I can hear you.
That is wonderful. Great. Okay. Oh, God, that's great. So again, thank you so much for being here and talking about my favorite topic, volunteering. As Catherine mentioned, I am Mary Wessel, and I am the Corporate and Community Engagement Manager for Hands On Nashville. And my email is right here if you need it. I'm always open to communicating with anyone and everyone about volunteering or not volunteering. But as Catherine mentioned, I have a huge heart for volunteering and for giving back to the community. And it was through volunteering that I was able to find my job at Hands On Nashville. So that I'm not just like a random talking head up here. Some things about me you should know. I'm from Indianapolis originally and graduated from Purdue University. I am a huge Boilermaker fan. Came down to Nashville for a career in the PR industry and healthcare, and worked for a firm, and realized that social work was my calling after volunteering in the community and abroad. So I had volunteered in El Salvador a couple of times, medical clinics in Guatemala, here in Nashville, of course, with Hands On Nashville, and then as a board member for STARS. And so I realized that I had a huge passion for mission-driven work, and that I didn't want it to just be through volunteer service, but I wanted it to be part of my career. And I think that's probably why a lot of us are in the nonprofit space. But I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my story and background there. But it's great to get to know all of you. And I can't see you right now because I'm sharing my screen, but if you have any questions at all, comments, feel free to shout them out. This is very informal. So today we're going to talk about who Hands On Nashville is, why volunteering can help advance your career, We're going to talk about how to find the right volunteer opportunities, and then we're going to talk about a couple of different leadership opportunities that can come out of volunteering, as well as leave time at the end for questions. Does that sound good? Yes? No? All right, well, I'm going to take silence as a yes. So if you all could go to this website that is shown right here, www.kahoot.it, we are going to play a fun game to kind of get us out of this Zoom world just a little bit. And I'm going to try to pull this up on sharing screen as well. It is www.kahoot.it, and it will pop up a code that you'll enter in, and it'll be on the screen in just one moment. Do you see it? And you'll have to enter in your name as well. Great. Got Annie, Amanda, Catherine, Amy. Is that everyone? All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so true or false? Hands On Nashville's main program is disaster relief. False. Majority of us did get this right. While we do disaster relief, and that has certainly increased in the past 2 years with the tornadoes, floods, COVID, a Christmas bombing, that is actually not our main program. It looks like Megan is in the lead. All right, how many nonprofits partner with Hands On Nashville? More than 200, 85, 188, 334. Yes, more than 200 nonprofits partner with Hands On Nashville. So not quite 334, but a little over 200. And Megan stays in the lead. All right, which one of these is false? Hands On Nashville has long-term volunteer opportunities. Hands On Nashville can create custom volunteer projects for corporate groups and nonprofit groups. Hands On Nashville has virtual and remote volunteer opportunities, and we can send you to volunteer overseas. Ooh, there's a bit of a tie, but the false statement here is that Hands On Nashville can send you to volunteer overseas. While I love volunteering overseas, I've done it 3 different times. Thus, in the name Hands On Nashville, we do only promote volunteer opportunities in Nashville and in Middle Tennessee. Looks like Catherine is on fire. All right, on average, how many opportunities per month are on Hands On Nashville's volunteer calendar? 43, 300 to 500, 25, and so many. It's a little bit of a trick question. 300 to 500 is the correct answer. And that number continues to grow as more and more of our nonprofits are in need. So yes, so many would also be right, but 300 to 500 is the more accurate one. All right. Can you sign up to volunteer as a team with Hands On Nashville? No, Hands On Nashville can only register individual volunteers. No, Han doesn't allow businesses to participate or nonprofits to participate. Yes, a team leader can register a team on Hands On Nashville's website. Yes, but everyone has to make it through tribal council. Yes, a team leader can sign up a team through Hands On Nashville's website, which makes it really easy to sign up groups. If you want to grab your colleagues or your friends together and go out and volunteer, you can definitely do that in one simple, easy click. All right, so let's see who are the winners. We got Catherine in third place, Amy G in second place, and Megan is the winner. Thank you all for participating in that game and having some fun. All right, so that kind of helped give an overview of Hands On Nashville. I'm going to show a quick video clip and let's pray that it works. If not, that is certainly fine. It's not going to make or break this conversation we have going. And someone call out if for some reason it does not work.
I can't hear the audio.
Okay, that's fine. It was a quick little clip about the impact that Hands On Nashville does have, and I'm happy to share this out after. For some reason, my computer is not wanting to cooperate this evening, which is always fun. But Hands On Nashville, our main mission is to meet community needs through volunteerism. And how we do that is by connecting our community members with our nonprofit partners and the needs that they have. So all of you work for a nonprofit. They very well may be a nonprofit partner of Hands On Nashville. And so we help connect our community members to your needs and help really build capacity for them. And so as you saw in the Kahoot game, there were over 200 nonprofit partners that we work with. So why volunteer to advance your career? I'm going to stop sharing real quick and we can have a little bit of a conversation. Why volunteer to advance your career? And let's try to think of 5 different reasons, because the hand is Hands On Nashville's logo. So can you give me 5 reasons that we should volunteer to advance our career?
Oh, I'm happy to kick it off. You know, learn new skills.
Mine's networking.
Networking.
Amy says in the chat to gain new skills and enhance existing skills.
So I think we already said new skills. So let's think of some other, or how does it advance your career?
Maybe explore new interest areas you didn't know were there for yourself.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
An opportunity to have like a resume builder and offer you leadership positions that you might not be own office.
Yeah, for sure. Think of one more. I can give one. It is a low pressure environment. You can easily learn skills, and it's no pressure. You are giving your time. You're not getting paid for it. You have a team of people to fall back on. It's just a good, easy way to give back that is also meaningful to the nonprofit. So I think kind of having that general why kind of helps us go into this with a sense of purpose. I think we all, are mission driven, given that we all work for nonprofit. But I think that, volunteering is an extra level be in our personal time that goes beyond just the day-to-day work. And so I think volunteering is a way to build our professional profile as well as what goes on in our day-to-day. All right. Let's see if I can do this again. All right, so who has volunteered with Hands On Nashville before? Call it out, because I can't see y'all.
My name's Amanda, and I volunteered with Hands On Nashville with the tornado outreach.
That's great. It was a lot of people came out to volunteer during that time. Within a week span, we had over 30,000 people sign up to volunteer through our website.
Yeah, it was bananas.
Yeah,
It
was bananas.
Amy in the chat said that she's volunteered with Hands On Nashville.
That's great. So besides bananas, how was it like?
Well, if you don't know the history, CNM and Hands On Nashville shared an office, and basically we shut down and converted to supporting Hands On Nashville. And I was working front desk receptionist at the time. I fielded all of the calls. Like, I'd go to the restroom and I'd come back and there'd be 70 new voicemails. Like, you just couldn't keep up. Banana. I'm a highly social person. I was socialed out.
Yeah, definitely. I was not working at Hands On Nashville, but I have heard stories, and it's a little bananas when we prep for an impending disaster that has yet to occur. So I can only imagine. Well, is there anyone here that has not volunteered with Hands On Nashville? And I'm not going to call you out or anything like bad. I'm just curious.
I'm sure there's somebody.
Okay. Well,
I have not.
Well, great, because I think that you're going to be our volunteer guinea pig.
I'd love to. I've started to connect with you all through my job for different things for the students I work with, but I'm definitely interested to learn more personally too.
Yeah, where do you work?
I work for Lipscomb University, and I help connect students with like nonprofit connections, and then some of the master's programs there. So, but my background is in
awesome.
nonprofit too, so I love nonprofit work.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, so Hands On Nashville are the first step to volunteering through our website and signing up is by getting an account on hon.org. And so I would love it if you could share your screen and sign up for an account right now so we can teach other people who do not have an account yet how to create one. Would you be willing to do that?
Yes, let me pull up a window real quick.
Great. And the website is hon.org.
Let me share my screen just a minute. Can you all see that?
All right. Yes, we can. Thank you so much. Okay, so the way to do this is pretty user-friendly. So you could probably do this without me instructing, but we're doing it so that folks can do it on their own as well. So if you could go to log in at the top right-hand corner, and then in the pop-up box, you'll see at the bottom left that says not a member, question mark, register. And click there. And here it says register for a volunteer account. So anything with a red star, you'll put your name in there and all of that information, as well as like Lipscomb or whoever is your employer. And that simply allows us to be able to track hours for different organizations.
Okay. If we want to do it like as a personal volunteer thing instead of through our employer,
Yeah, definitely.
would I still go through Lipscomb or?
Yeah, just you can put your personal email, but then put like Lipscomb as your employer.
Okay. Well, you'll all know my birthday now.
We won't look.
No, that's fine.
We'll celebrate together.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I guess I can do work.
Expect to have a few friends after this.
I know, you can all call me, email me, celebrate my birthday.
Yeah. Call you, text you.
I'll just do that. Okay, never mind. Okay, well,
We're not judging.
That's fine.
We all have weak passwords. We know it.
Yes.
I have long ones, but I was like, I don't feel like spending all the time typing that out.
You're good. So once you do that, you'll hit next, and then you'll get a registration code that's sent to your inbox so that you can put that in and make sure that we have the correct email.
Okay.
And then you'll have an account. So you can put that in right now, or you can do that later. It doesn't matter to me, but it's super easy to create an account through Hands On Nashville. And the reason why I just asked us to do that right now is because you're not going to, the rest of this conversation right now is probably won't mean anything if you don't have an account with us. And it's super easy to do, super easy to get. Volunteering, it's free. So thank you so much for being our guinea pig with that. Now that you have an account, and for those who already have an account, I'm going to walk through a couple different ways that you can find volunteer projects that meet your career interests if you want to grow in your leadership skills. So I'm going to reshare my screen right now, and we're going to walk through some of that. And so we already kind of walked through the volunteer registration piece of it. So how to find volunteer opportunities that fit your interests. So first of all, our custom search page is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you already have an idea of the kind of volunteer projects that you're interested in. And so you'll go to our homepage again, hon.org, and then you'll hover over volunteer, and there'll be a drop down, and then you'll go to the next drop down, and you'll see custom search all the way at the very bottom. And it'll bring you to this page here. So there are a lot of different things that you can filter and sort for on the left-hand side. And then there's also keywords, zip codes, and location, so that you can filter if you have an area of Nashville or Middle Tennessee that you're really interested in. But let's say that you're really interested in growing your skill sets in the triple bottom line, and that you have an interest in like sustainability. So the triple bottom line is people, planet, and profit, which is a way for organizations to be more sustainable, and a way for them to think about that. So let's look at type of opportunity. So this would be environmentalism, sustainability. you would go to the type of opportunity, and in the drop down for issue area, you would select environment. And then of course, refine your search. Sometimes I get hung up on this and forget to do that. And then I get really confused on why it's not showing me the results I want, but refine your search. And then it has 15 different results right here. So you could help out at Friends of Shelby Park in restoring the forest, invasive species removal. You could support Turnip Green Creative Reuse, which is a super wonderful organization that helps sustain sustainability in types of like goods and things that are laying around your house that you don't have a use for, and that may not necessarily be good for like the Goodwills of the world. And they help repurpose those kinds of items and then resell them. So you could help out there and just learn more about sustainability, for instance. So if you're like me, you have a crazy schedule. As we know, nonprofits tend to be a little resource strapped, and so you can kind of find yourself doing everything and anything. And so volunteering, while you may manage volunteers, it's also hard to find time in your busy schedule to go volunteer yourself. The calendar is my favorite because you can easily pick out a project that meets the dates and times that you're available. So similarly to the custom search, you would go to the volunteer drop down and find calendar. And it would bring up this lovely calendar where, as we learned, there's 300 to 500 volunteer projects posted on average every month. And anything in blue are projects that are readily available to sign up for. Those in gray have already been taken. So as you can see, there's a lot of blue. And let's say you're really interested in working in the community garden at Glencliff. You would click on that link that was in this calendar, and there would be a short description on the top of the page. And then scrolling down, you'll be able to see the date and time that is available, how many spots are remaining, the opportunity leader, and you're able to sign up. So the opportunity leader would be the person to be leading the project at the specific nonprofit. And if you have any questions at all about the project, you can reach out to them and they'd be your best resource. And there's a little link there, as you can see, that says click here to email this contact if you need any more information. But you should be able to get information as soon as you sign up. You should receive an email with like parking information, location, what you should wear, and that kind of thing. So last but not least, this is a super cool new feature of how to find volunteer opportunities that fit your skill sets. We have a recommendation engine that you can record your own volunteer skills and get recommended volunteer projects into your inbox that may be posted on Hands On Nashville's website that you don't already know about. So for instance, I just got my master's in social work. I have some advocacy skills, but I still want to build on that those advocacy skills. So we're going to use that as an example. So you would go to our homepage again, and then under Manage My Account, you'll see Record Volunteer Skills there in blue. And it'll lead you to this page, and you'll want to click on Yes, Accept Invitation. So this is allowing for emails to come to your inbox saying, hey, this is a great opportunity for you. And you'll see that there are many, many different drop downs in terms of categories of skill sets. So you'll see here disaster response, technology, or geek cause. That's a really cool program that Hands On Nashville has, that if you are techie and you want to be able to give back and build on those skill sets, you can lend your talents and help other nonprofits with your skills and your tech talents. But for instance, I said, I want to gain experience in advocacy and lobbying. I have some, but still want to grow in that area. So I marked that as high. Once I get my licensure, I could also add that to the training and certification if I would like to, so that different nonprofits and different organizations know that I have that skill set. and then you just click update. So now I would like to play this video, but I don't think it's going to play because of my audio. But this is a really cool video that our dear friend AT, who was a wonderful AmeriCorps member of ours last year, he recorded this video of how to volunteer virtually. I think, you know, I can speak for all of us that we were very, very creative in this time of COVID and how to pivot, which is our fun word that we've used on how to live in this virtual environment. And so Hands On Nashville has several different volunteer opportunities that can be done virtually or from at home. And so how you would do that is simply going back to our homepage, going on that wonderful volunteer drop down, and then you'll see virtual volunteer projects. And you'll click there and you'll see all of the different volunteer projects that are available that you can do from the comfort of your own home. So some of those may be more administrative tasks. Some of those could be kit building. It's a really great resource if you're looking to kind of volunteer from the comfort of your own home. So now I would love you all to search for a volunteer project that meets your own career goals. So if you could take like 5 minutes, think about what your goals are, what your interests are, how you could use your skills, and go to hon.org and go to either the custom search feature, the calendar feature, the virtual volunteer opportunities page, and find a volunteer project. And then we'll share out what volunteer project you found that could be a good fit with what you're interested in. Sound good? Great. It looks like Catherine found one at the Red Cross and helping her PR skills.
Well, you know, I'm just thinking, you know, if I build up my skills in public relations, then we wouldn't have to pay an outside person to do that for us. And then I could do it and then maybe get a pay raise. So, you know, here we go.
There you go. Yeah. How did you find that one? Was it through the calendar or the search function?
I like the custom search.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't mention it earlier, but if you're single, volunteering is a great way to meet people to date.
It is.
Not really
It
advancing
is.
your career, but just a perk.
And they're usually nice.
Right? You already know there's common interest, you know, a good heart,
Mhm.
right?
Quality human being, yeah. All right. What did other people find? I'm a social worker, and so I'm okay with silence. So I'll sit here. Ooh, a library assistant. Any other takers? I know they're out there. All right. Well, I will give you a couple so that you can take these opportunities and go and conquer, and you can sign up for them following this this time together. There, let me just show them real quick. All right. So one of them is a development coordinator that was posted on our virtual volunteer opportunities page called Strive for You. And they're really just looking for someone part-time and to increase their fundraising resources and capabilities to go out there and be proactive in the community to ask for funds. We have Mother to Mother, which is an amazing nonprofit, and they're looking for volunteers to help with their community outreach event preparations and warehouse sorting. So if you're looking for event planning, you're looking to get involved with community engagement work, or let's say marketing, communications, or even just in the warehouse and sorting and learning new organizational skills, you could do something at Mother to Mother. The Villages of Glencliff, as I mentioned before, have a community in the gardens work day, which is super exciting. I actually just signed up for the one that's happening next week. That is working in a sustainable garden for their tiny houses for people who are unhoused and trying to transition them into housing. The Greater Nashville Regional Council is looking for individuals to sit on their grant review panel. So if you're looking for more skills and to boost your resume in terms of grant writing and understanding the grant process, that could be a really good one to sign up for. The Nashville Sports Council is looking for volunteers to go to the Music City Grand Prix, which is pretty fun. I went last year. You will die of heat, but it's worth it. I'm a huge IndyCar fan from Indianapolis, but you can learn how to manage an event, and you'll also meet a bunch of fun people. And then the Hispanic Family Foundation is looking for volunteers to help with their back to school event. So these are just a couple of the 300 to 500 opportunities that are out there right now that you can sign up for to help boost your resume and advance your career. And of course, there are additional leadership opportunities that can come with volunteering. One is that you can plan a volunteer project with your team. While we all work for nonprofits or civic organizations or schools, and we tend to manage a lot of volunteers, I think it's helpful for us to get out from the day-to-day work and lend a hand for another organization. So if you want to get together a few different folks in your office to go do a volunteer project for one of your partners in the community, that could be really great, and you could be that team lead on that. Hands On Nashville, as I mentioned, we do disaster relief, and like many of you, we only have a few people on our staff, and so we really rely on our disaster volunteer leaders to help be an extension of us whenever a disaster occurs. So We have a training coming up on July 13th. It's virtual, and so you could be a leader if a disaster occurs. You could also organize a donation drive for your nonprofit or for another one. Hands On Nashville, we have a wish list on our website that has all of the different donations that our nonprofit partners are in need of right now. So you could pick one of those and just organize a donation drive among your friends, your family, or even your organization. And you could also commit to volunteer 3 hours per month. Hands On Nashville, we're really in need of ongoing volunteers. And so by committing to 3 hours per month, that's a huge boost to our nonprofit partners. And of course, follow us on social media. We love it. I think it helps us as well as you all. We would like to think that that there is no social media algorithm out there in the world, but there definitely is. And so the more that we like, share, and comment on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts, as well as yours, the more we can spread the word of our causes. So with that, I want to just open it up for questions and conversation.
Any questions for Mary, or any tips on, how you can share kind of this information with your volunteers?
I have a question. If we have an interest area, like I searched and didn't see a whole lot come up for what I'm interested in, do you have like a database on your side of potential organizations that might not be listed, but we could connect with?
Yeah. What impact area are you interested in?
Anything with like prisoners' rights or criminal justice reform kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that is I don't know why we don't have that on there. Yes, I think for those kinds of things, definitely reach out to me or Drew. He was a great resource for that. In my email, I'll just drop it in the chat here as well. I think Annie, we've connected before, maybe.
Yes.
Because you look really familiar. And we're always happy to find those kinds of volunteer projects or nonprofit organizations that we know of off the top of our head that may not necessarily be posted on the search function.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We rely on our nonprofit partners to post volunteer opportunities to our website. So that could be a reason why they're not necessarily listed, because they just don't have any volunteer needs or haven't gotten the chance to post. So I think that's also another opportunity for you all to advance your career. If you find that, you have a big need in your organization that a lot of volunteers could help with, just bringing up, hey, let's post this to Hands On Nashville's website, get some help. I think that could also be really good in your own organizations, and you could be seen as like a thought leader.
Thank you.
Yes, Drew is the man to talk to about posting volunteer needs. He knows much more than I do about that. He, for those of you who don't know Drew, he was formerly our nonprofit relations manager and has since gotten a promotion, which is huge. And so he is our senior manager of partner engagement. And he works very closely with our nonprofit partners and helping them navigate the back end of our website and promote their own volunteer opportunities, because our mission at Hands On Nashville is to build capacity for you all. So if you have needs that you just need help with, please post them, whether it's administrative or not. So I think that could also help out your professional career.
If I ever complain about having too much work on my plate, Drew is like, so why aren't you posting for volunteers then?
Well,
and I gotta own it, right? Right?
Yeah. We have that same problem at Hands On Nashville, if you can believe it. All right. Well, thank you so much, y'all, for your time. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. You guys were super great. And I hope that you're all drinking an alcoholic beverage for me right now, because I have to go and work a little bit more. But thank you so much, Catherine, for having me.
No, it absolutely is absolutely amazing. And it's a tough week right before 4th of July, but because I know there's quite a few people out of town. I got it up. All the emails came in this morning with people letting me know that they wouldn't be able to make it because they're out of town. But I think it's fantastic. It's a great reminder showing everyone how you can search through the Hands On Nashville website, and where to find everything and how to look at their calendar. I think that's a really great opportunity, and just the thought of having us, to look through what are the skill sets that we want to build, how can we build that, and go rather than going back to school and paying for a class or a course or something like that. You can actually get some hands-on experience that you can add to your LinkedIn. You can add the networks, and get some really good referrals. So I think that's a really great way for people to get started, and also to share if they have volunteers, how their volunteers can really kind of capitalize on that opportunity too. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mary, for taking some time out of your day. I think it's absolutely tragic that you're not able to participate in the happy hour, but we all got to work, right? So
Yes. Yeah, I will later on tonight. So I'll be thinking of you.
Yeah, please do think of that. So I always like to let people know when the next YNP event's going to be. So the next event that we have scheduled, we won't have one in July, but we will have one in August, and it'll be Tuesday, August 2nd. And I don't have the topic outlined just yet, but I have a couple connections going out there. So if there's anything that you particularly want to see, or if there's something different, topic, something that you're looking for, please shoot it my way. We're always looking to brainstorm and think about what kind of ideas we can really kind of put forward and move to the future. So thank you everybody for coming in today. I always kind of like to leave whatever time we have left for some networking if you want to stay on. I love to put everybody in a breakout room and have some time to kind of like network and get to know each other. And I usually give you guys a question, something to kind of think about from whatever's topic we've done today. So I would say think of 2 skills that you've learned from Mary or you've learned from today that you would want to volunteer and learn about, and then share with your who's ever in your group, share with them your organization and your mission, and I'll give everybody kind of like just a few minutes to just